Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League, and the favorites are sitting at 3-2 as we head into a divisional matchup against the number one team in our fire division. I'm sorry, number two team in the fire division. The Rippers are just tearing it up right now. The Burglars sitting at 4-1 with a +2 run differential. They're one game back. We are 2 games back of the Rippers. We'll be facing off in a doubleheader against the Burglars. We will be away for both games, and game one will feature former outlaw Rince Shaw. He has been amazing through, I think, just one start so far. Jess Trujillo was average in her start, and so we are hoping that we can take some momentum after splitting the doubleheader against the Skimmers and try and get at least one win against the Burglars, but I'm hoping for a sweep here. A couple of familiar faces you'll see as we get to their team here shortly, but let's set the lineup. A little refresh here. Check in with the lineup. I'm going to say we are going to go with, I don't like Eliana Chambers in left field. Connor Sandoval in the DH spot. Jonah Gonzalez in catching. No, we're not doing that at all. Jonah's going to be in left. We're going to put Eliana Chambers in the DH spot. We're going to put Connor Sandoval on the bench with his pinch perfect trait. And I am going to keep the locked in Aaliyah Sesame in the lineup here. Actually, Rince is not, he's still a B. So maybe, no, she's locked in. Let's let it ride the wave here. In center field, though, it's a tough call. I don't think anyone, no one in the lineup can play center. So it either comes down to Dash Boyd here or Colby Foster. Colby slower than Dash. You know what? Let's give the young rookie a start here. He came in for the tense Whistle Thornton last game. But I want Dash to get the start here and let Whistle break out of that tense mojo. All right, so setting the lineup, I liked having Jonah Gonzalez leading things off. Let's do Tiger Gray at number 2, Jack Mars, Aaliyah Sesame, and we'll do Eliana Chambers, followed by Odin Thomas. We'll do Fernanda Branch and then Sullivan Reddier, have Dash Boyd at the number 9 spot. Hate that he has that slowpoke trait. Hoping to get rid of that here soon. And, of course, we would love to see him develop a little bit more of that offensive prowess. Jess Trujillo on the mound. Let's see what her last start looked like. She went 4 1/3. She gave up 4 total runs, 2 earned runs, giving up 6 hits and 3 strikeouts. Did allow 1 home run. So not a terrible outing for her at all. I believe that was the outing in which Fernanda Branch threw one from third all the way into right field, and the runner scored on that grounder to third. So that was what those 2 unearned runs were. But I think this lineup looks pretty good. We will use our standard away uniform for this matchup, and let's play ball. On the other side, you're going to see Mohammed Turnpike, former burner, I believe, in the catching spot. We'll see Grover Charles, who was an all-star for the Pythons last year. We're also going to see former outlaw Cannon Avery at third base. He has developed really well. So a few familiar names that we'll be seeing here today. One of the most important, prominent names is going to be Rince Shaw, though. We loved what we saw from the rookie or the young pitcher in his time with the Outlaws. He has been successful with the Burglars. Let's see if he can fight off against the favorites here, but of course we're hoping to get the better of him. Jonah Gonzalez has been hot. He's locked in. Little hack here, 571 average. Pops one foul there, and it's a 1-2 count. You'll see that the Burglars are at tier 3 in the discipline category, so that tier 3 composed trait. Jonah Gonzalez with a good battle, but he ends up popping one to shallow right center, or left center, excuse me. Gander March will go back and get that one for out number 1. So first batter pops out. Now Tiger Gray comes up, batting .375 with no home runs and 4 RBIs. We would love to see him find his stroke. Tier 2 easy target will really help Rince Shaw. And a liner pulled to Cabrera over there at first base. Colin Cabrera has regressed quite a bit. He used to have that fastball hitter trait. No longer has any traits now. And Jack Mars will come up. Crossing up the catcher there for ball one, low and away. Ball high. Jack Mars up to a 333 average after a very slow start. 1 home run and 3 RBIs. And he'll ground one up the middle. Diving play from Gander March. And gets it over to first in time. Jack Mars taking his time down the line. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Rince Shaw. So kudos to him for getting through the 1-2-3 hitters in this favorite offense. Pamayala, very solid center fielder, will come in locked in. First pitch from Trujillo is a ball inside. And a slow grounder to first. Tiger Gray will scoop and step for out number 1. Here's Colin Cabrera, primary shortstop, playing second or first base here today, batting 182 with a solo home run so far this year. 5 games in, he has been quiet offensively. Swings through strike 1 there. We'd love to see Jess Trujillo get a clean start here, but she gives up a base hit down the left field line. And luckily, Colin Cabrera being very slow as to hold at first. And 1-out single will turn it over to Grover Charles. Grover getting his first at-bat of the year with Tier 2 bad ball hitter. He was on the in the free agent pool for a while. He gets a base hit right up the middle on the first pitch he sees this season, and it's 2 on and 1 out for Muhammad Turnpike. Batting .250 with 1 home run, a solo shot. A good opportunity for him to open things up for the Burglars here at home. Swings through the first pitch. Good curveball from Jess. That curveball sent into left field. Jonah Gonzalez will get it off the hop. Runner had to hold. Colin Cabrera slides into third safely, almost getting caught in the middle there as the ball was very close to being caught by Jonah Gonzalez. He was about a half a step behind it, and that's going to be bases loaded now. 3 consecutive hits, and you see Tier 2 rally stopper activated for Jess. And a bloop into right field coming in is Odin Thomas. With his strong arm, he will hold the runner there at third base. So we got lucky on that one. There is out number 2 with bases loaded, and now Maximilian Panther comes up batting 167. No home runs, no RBIs. Tier 2 rally stopper activated again. We'll get a strike at the top of the zone there for first pitch. Ball inside, and he shatters the bat as it goes foul, and so 0-2 count, tough out, activates at Tier 2. Fouls it back, just missing that one. We'll do it again. Jess gets a dribbler. That one goes foul. High and outside, and that one gets put away into foul territory. So good battle here for Max Panther, as that's going to be inside for ball 1. And a dribbler up the middle. Reddier comes up, throwing to first, and that'll end the inning. So stopping the rally is Jess Trujillo, giving up 3 consecutive hits to load the bases with 1 out, but able to get out of it unscathed as the game will remain 0-0. Now we'll see what we can do here with Leah Sesame locked in with Tier 1 first pitch Slayer activated. I keep making that mistake. She fouls it off. Strike 1. Strike catches a corner. Nice pitch from Rince Shaw, and he'll get the strikeout on 3 pitches as Aaliyah froze there.
Number 6, Eliana Chambers.
Eliana Chambers, recently added before the last game, went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Takes a first pitch strike on the curveball. Rince really good with his junk. He's locked in. And a dribbler to shortstop. Easy play from Gander March. That'll be out number 2. Odin Thomas was signed as one of the premier hitters in this lineup, and he has gone 286 so far. No home runs, no RBIs. Tier 2 bad ball hitter. Swings at the first pitch off the end of the bat to second base. And Kai Plum will toss that to first for out number 3, and Odin Thomas will lose mojo in the process. What a shame that has been so far, having him in the lineup and being so unproductive. Looking to see if he can hopefully turn things around the rest of the way. We'll go 7, 8, 9 here in the bottom of the second, starting with Kai Plum batting 111 with no home runs or RBIs. First pitch strike followed by a ball low and away. Ball low, 2-1 count now. Kai Plum, a good hitter. He former All-Star, I believe, for the Sewer Sneaks. He'll pop this one up right in front of the second base bag. And Jack Mars will call that one, and that'll be out number 1. Cannon Avery comes in locked in, having a solid start to the season, batting .333 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. And a liner to second base will be a quick out number 2. And now here comes right fielder Bertram Pineda. Tense, batting .143 with no home runs or RBIs. As Tier 1 rally starter, it's not active. This one down the left field line and just inside the foul line. It's going to land fair. And a 2-out single for Bertram Pineda will move it back to the top of the lineup for the Burglars. Now, locked in Palm Ayala comes up 0 for 1. She is looking for a hit to maybe get the runner moving here. Gets a strike on the inside corner on the changeup. A liner right to Tiger Gray. That'll end the inning. So Jess Trujillo, pretty solid through 2 innings. She has allowed 4 hits, but not much has come from that, thankfully. Fernanda Branch will lead things off here in the top of the 3rd. Number 7 hitter, batting .417 so far with Tier 2 contact versus righties against Rince Shaw, former teammates here. I believe they cross paths on the Outlaws. 1-1 count. Fernanda takes ball outside. Fastball high. 3-1 here. Composed activates, but good count here for Fernanda. She gets a pitch she likes, but she'll ground it to short. Again, her march has been busy over there at shortstop. 7 consecutive outs here for Rince Shaw to start this game. He is locked in. Only 26 pitches in. Nasty slider for strike 1. There it is again for strike 2. Sullivan Reddier just completely dumbfounded at the plate. He didn't know what he was looking for, and he froze on 3 pitches for a strikeout. Nice pitching from Rince Shaw as he has been putting on a clinic so far. Dash Boyd, our weakest hitter in the lineup, giving Whistle Thornton the day off. 1-1 count here. Pop foul there. And a 1-2 count. He does get a hold of one, but he's gotten underneath that one. Right at the edge of the warning track is Maximilian Panther catching that for out number 3. So the favorite offense has been struggling. We put up 5 runs in the last game. I think 9 runs over the last 2, and it is not looking good so far here today. Luckily, Jess Trujillo has been solid, facing off against Colin Cabrera here, and it's popped up into shallow left center field, ranging all the way back is Sullivan Reddier. I think he's mad at himself after that terrible at bat in the last inning, and he took it out on the outfield grass there as he ranged all the way back to catch that one. He is tense, by the way. And Grover Charles, who led things off with got a single in his first at bat, will pop up here shallow right in front of second base. And again, Sullivan Reddier calling everything he can get to. That'll be out number 2, and now Muhammad Turnpike will come up 1 for 1 with a single. It went down into the left field corner. And he is now locked in, batting .333 now. 2-0 count here to start. Gets the curveball for strike 1. Low and in for ball 3, excuse me. And popped up into foul territory. Getting over to that one is Fernanda Branch. Playable, and she'll get out number 3. So first clean inning for Jess Trujillo, and we are through 3. Halfway through this game, scoreless, 0-0. 4 total hits, all coming from the Burglars here. As you can see the rivalry intensifying. It was not a very clean experience back in season 1 for the favorites and the Burglars. But definitely a very different team the favorites are this year. Little hack activates here for Jonah Gonzalez. 1-2 count. And dribbler foul. Chases one away, and he'll still make contact to stay alive. That one, though, nasty pitch from Rince Shaw getting another strikeout. Jonah Gonzalez loses his mojo as he heads back to the dugout. Now Tiger Gray comes up 0 for 1. Tier 2 easy target once again activated here. And first pitch swinging, and that's going to get over the leaping glove of Kai Plum into right center field. Cutting it off is Palm Ayala, one of the best defenders in the league, and that's going to be a 1-out single for Tiger Gray. finally breaking up the perfect game from Rince Shaw. And now with one on and one out, here comes Jack Mars. First pitch swinging, really weird hit off the bat there. Sounds like maybe the bat cracked, but it's going to go right up the middle and make its way into center field.
Number 99, Aaliyah Sesame.
2 on, 1 out. Aaliyah Sesame comes up. She's still locked in despite the strikeout in her last at-bat. First pitch, Slayer is taken for strike 1. Low and away, but she swings and fouls it off. She falls behind 0-2. Ball just outside, misses the corner. And she'll get this one down the left field line. That's going to stay fair. It's going to tail away from Maximilian Panther. It's going to be a sliding double for Aaliyah Sesame, and an RBI double for her will give the favorites the lead. Finally breaking through here in the top of the 4th against Rince Shaw, who has been pitching so well up to this point. Finally back to neutral mojo. Runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out and a base hit up the middle. That's going to score 1. Cannon arm does activate, holding the runner at 3rd base, and Eliana Chambers comes through with her 2nd RBI in as many games. 2-0 now. Still 1 out and 2 on. Runners on the corners for Tense Odin Thomas. The average dropping significantly down to 267 now. Gets ahead in the count 3-0. Composed activates. Does he get the green light here? He does, but he whiffs through the changeup. Strike catches the corner. Full count now. Come on, Odin. And he does it. The infield pulled in, and he's going to get this one down into center field. 1 run will score. I hope that's enough to get his mojo back. It is. And now we are up 3-0 here with still only 1 out. Runners on 1st and 2nd for Fernanda Branch. So Rince Shaw completely falling apart here. He'll get pulled for Fernando Woolmate. The long reliever comes in relief. He has not allowed a run at all, or a hit, or a walk so far this season. I don't know how many innings he has pitched so far. He does have tier 3 choker, so if the pressure gets high, we might see his attributes tank if he's still in this game. Fernando Branch gets it down the 3rd base line. That one's going to slowly roll into the corner. Runner will come up heading home, and sliding in safely is another run scored for the favorites. Maximilian Panther with a good throw, but the slow roller into the outfield was just always going to be a difficult play there at home. So now 4-0. Sullivan Reddier comes up in Tense. Fernando Woolmate will serve one up to deep center field. Pamayala on her horse, getting back on it, and she'll catch that right up against the wall. Cannon arm does activate, tagging up and heading to 3rd, just sliding in before the tag. And with 2 outs, runners are on the corners for Dash Boyd. This is where we'd love to see Whistle Thornton in the lineup. We're going to have to do without him. Fernando Woolmate has not looked great so far after the first 2 batters he's faced. Fouling that one straight back, just missed it. And a 1-2 count here for Boyd. Makes good contact there and pulls it foul, staying alive. Chases 1, but he makes contact, fouls it back. Low for ball 2. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Fouled off once again. Good battle here for Boyd. Doesn't chase low. Full count. Runner on 1st will go. And he'll get one off the end of the bat. Popped into shallow center field. Coming in is Pamayala. Man, she is fast. She closes the gap so fast. And she's able to catch that one to end the inning. But 4 runs on 6 hits for the favorites. All of that coming in the 4th inning. And broken open here, the Burglars suddenly find themselves playing from behind here in the bottom of the 4th. Jess Trujillo with a little bit of insurance now. See if she can leverage that. As we know, she is prone to 1 bad inning. We're going to hope that this is going to be her opportunity to avoid that happening. 2-2. She gets us called strike 3. She points at Aaliyah Sesame, who she knows is one who framed that pitch really well. And that's going to be a strikeout for out number 1. Maximilian Panther comes up, quickly fouls one off. Jess now locked in. 1-1 count here. Low and away for strike 2. Tough out activates on a 1-2 count. Max Panther will pop one foul. Low and inside. Ball 2 taken. That one low, but it's going to be a grounder to second and over to first. That'll be out number 2. Kai Plum 0 for 1. Comes up to the plate, average down to 100 now. I believe that might be a 1 for 10, maybe a 2 for 20. And off the end of the bat, right to Fernanda Branch will end the inning. So 1-2-3 for Jess Trujillo. Great response after getting 4 runs from the offense to shut down that offense of the Burglars. Jonah Gonzalez frustrated for going 0 for 2 today. He'll swing the first pitch and sends it up the middle for a base hit. He'll be standing on first base to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. He gets his mojo back. And Tiger Gray will come up 1 for 2 with the single. I believe he came around to score a run in that last inning. And Fernando will get a little boost from that easy target trait. Gets the first pitch strike. Tiger chases a pitch out of the zone. This one lofted in between left and shortstop, but coming in is Max Panther. I keep getting him and Marv Panther mixed up, and it's going to be a fly out to left for out number 1. Jack Mars comes up. He was 1 for 2 in the last inning. He also came around to score a run. First pitch strike taken. Little hack activates. Good strategy for Jack. A liner right to Gander March, and she catches that one off to her glove side, and that'll be out number 2. So still making good contact here are the favorites' offense against Fernando Woolmate. Now Aaliyah Sesame comes up, locked in still. She had a base hit in her last at-bat. A double, actually. RBI double. Scoring the first run of this game. Chased way out of the zone. And it gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Swings at another low one. 1-2 count here. Woolmate trying to get out of this inning. Ball inside. 2-2 count. 2 outs. And Aaliyah gets it through the middle. That one's going to be another single. Her second of the game, or her second hit of the game. And runners on first and second for Eliana Chambers, who came up with an RBI single in her last at-bat. Pressure's getting higher. You'll see Tier 3 choker activate here for Woolmate. Gets a strike in the bottom of the zone. 30th pitch on its way. It's ball high, well high. Swinging at a pitch and pulling it foul. Chambers falls behind 1-2. And she'll pull one deep right field. This one's carrying. It's got a chance, and it's going to get out of here. 3-run shot for Eliana Chambers. And what a move to bring her in. She's got now 5 RBIs in the last 2 games since we brought her in off of the free agent wire. I think it was the right call to bring in her over Tucker Long. Of course, we'll miss Tucker, but man, 7-0 now in the top of the 5th with 2 outs. Nobody on for Odin Thomas, who came up with a base hit his last time up. Could use another hit here. Got his first RBI in that last at-bat, I believe, too. Pops that one foul. 2-2 count here. Woolmate tense. Popped foul once again. Takes ball high. Full count here for Thomas. Ooh, nice shot there, but it's pulled foul down the first baseline. Gets another pitch. That one right down the middle. And will it stay in play? Catching that is Muhammad Turnpike to end the inning. So tough out there for Thomas, but a big 3-run shot from Eliana Chambers. Recently added to the favorites, and she has paid off in dividends here, as it is now 7-0. Heading into the bottom of the 5th, Cannon Avery comes up, still locked in. He's 0 for 1. Falls behind 0-2 quickly. And Cannon sends one to deep right field. This one carrying. It's going to be right up against the wall for Owen Thomas. He leaps up just into the first row is Cannon Avery. He hits a home run. And the first mistake for Jess Trujillo is a solo shot to Cannon Avery, a second home run, going 382 to right field. Odin Thomas just missing that one on the leap. And it is now 7-1. Still a good cushion here, but Jess Trujillo, we don't like her making those mistakes, as it could lead to something much worse. And we'll see the rally starter trade activated here for Bertram Pineda. He was tense prior to, in his first at-bat, but he got a base hit. Back to neutral now, and he keeps following pitches off here, down 0-2. And he'll call strike 3 as that one catches the corner. Pineda loses mojo as he heads back to the dugout. 2 down for Pamayala, who's 2 for 2, or 0 for 2, excuse me, but still locked in. Swings at the first pitch, pulls a foul. This one hit hard into center field, but it's going to be playable, and Dash Boyd heads back, comes right back in, and that'll be out number 2, apparently, because I don't know how to count. I forgot the Cannon Avery home run. It was not an out. Colin Cabrera comes up. And he'll get a base hit past Tiger Gray. Normally he's able to make that play, but just a little farther off of the, away from his glove. He couldn't get to it in time. And hit just hard enough to get into right field. So 2-out single. And Grover Charles comes up 1 for 2 with a single. And he'll get one past Tiger Gray, who was holding the runner on at first. So not in a good fielding position. And quickly 2 runners on with 2 outs for Mohammed Turnpike, still locked in. 1 for 2 with a single today. Hitting 300. And Jess Trujillo still out there with Rally Stopper activated, helping her out. First pitch just misses the inside part of the plate for ball 1. Fouled off for strike 1. Ball stays inside again. 2-1 count here. There's the corner. It's caught for strike 2. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. And pop foul. That's going to get out of play. Over the net. 69th pitch on the way is a foul. So here's number 70 for Jess Trujillo. And it's going to be pulled foul. Staying alive is Mohammed Turnpike, one of the better hitting catchers in the league. Another foul. Staying alive, 2-2. Payoff pitch here, and that's going to be just out of play. So we'll do it again. Just looking for that pitch. Runners will take off, full count here. And a dribbler up the middle. Jack Mars, this is something. Does he have butterfingers or something? Jesus Christ. I cannot believe he keeps making that play. That's like the 3rd one this season, I believe, that he has dove for. And he's got good fielding, and he just hits off his glove and ricochets into the outfield. So finally, Jess gets pulled here for Chris Flopside, who's fresh. 1 run does score on that diving attempt from Jack Mars. I do not believe that's going to be an error. But Mohammed Turnpike keeps the inning alive. 2 outs, 2 on for Gander March. 1-2 count here. And Crisp will give up a bit. Oh, Jesus, bullet to dead center field. 3-run shot. Damn you, Chris Flopside. I'm almost getting to the point where I've got to have to drop this dude. 4:45. Gander March marches home. A 3-run homer makes this a 7-5 ball game. And where we were looking at 7-0 heading into the 5th here, they've scored 5 runs in response. Max Panther will see Tier 2 reverse splits activated against him. Chris Flopside is tense. He'll get a fly out to center field, calling it his Dash Boyd. That should end the inning, but man, they scored 4 runs after we got to 2 outs. 7-5 heading into the top of the 6th. At this point now, I feel like we need a little bit more insurance, especially because I believe they'll probably keep Chris Flopside in for the 6th inning. Woolmate gets pulled for Smash McCoy. Smash McCoy, 3-pitch reliever. And Fernanda Branch pulls one, but just foul. 1-1 count. Smash pitching really well, a 1.93 ERA with a .86 whip. And 5 strikeouts so far this season. 1-2 count, and Fernanda will pull one and still goes foul. Diving play from Cannon Avery. 2-2 now. And Fernanda will put one down into right field in front of Bertram Pineda, and that'll be a leadoff single. So, yeah, I think we could get a little bit of insurance here. Would be really nice.
Number 20, Sullivan Reddier.
Sullivan Reddier, in a high-pressure situation, he's currently 0 for 2. Batting .250 on the season. He's tense. Smash will start things off with a strike at the top of the zone. Reddier will off one down the left field line. This one tailing foul, and it's going to get down foul territory. Just misses an extra base hit there. 1-2 count here. Sullivan, you cannot take that pitch, dude. Fastball right down the middle. I guess middle in. And that's called strike 3, so that's out number 1. Dash Boyd 0 for 2. Again, not known for his offense, but we could use some. At least to keep this inning moving along. First pitch strike. Ball low and away. There's another strike on the slider. Popped up. That's going to be easy and playable for Kai Plum. It'll be out number 2. And now McCoy gets a mojo boost. So we're in a max pressure situation. Both pitcher and hitter are in locked in mojo. And Jonah Gonzalez, to see what he can do to keep the line moving with the little hack activated and 2 outs. And he'll pull one into left field. So runners on first and second with 2 outs. If you can do it, we can do it. Let's get a rally going here. McCoy loses mojo again. He's back down to neutral again. And he's getting tired. He's past half stamina now. Tiger Gray comes up 1 for 3. Still max pressure. Tier 2 easy target helping McCoy out. We'll get a strike at the top of the zone for first pitch here. And Tiger sends it into center field off the end of the bat, and he's able to muscle it into center. Cannon arm activates for Pamayala. I don't think anybody's running on her. Pretty much the new age version of Yoink Sacks over there in center field. Jack Mars comes up, bases loaded, 2 outs. This is your moment, buddy. This is your moment, Jack. Takes a strike, 1-1 count. Ball high. 2-1 now here for Jack. Ball 3 low. Come on, 3-1 count, right in his favor. Takes the strike down the middle. Full count, runners take off. Jack Mars! That's going to get out of here. Grand slam. That one's out of this world. Jack Mars doing Jack Mars things. 416, no doubt shot down the left field line. There's the insurance we were looking for. Grand slam for the grand man, Jack Mars. Whoo. Big moment there. Smash McCoy got smashed, and now former favorite Mags Drader will come in. 11-5 ball game now, and Aaliyah Sesame will have to follow that Jack Mars performance. 1-1 count here. Mags Drader will serve one up into deep right field. That's going to hang up for Bertram Pineda. Ends the inning. But 4 runs on the grand slam from Jack Mars. And we're up 11-5. Bottom of the 6th. 3 outs away. We're going to go 7-8-9. Starting with Kai Plum. 0 for 2. Chris Plopside will stay out there. It's still tense. Pressure back down to nothing. And a base hit up the middle will start things off. Kai Plum getting one of his only hits of the year. So here comes Cannon Avery. Got the offense started for the Burglars with a home run to right field. Opposite field home run for him in his last at-bat. He remains locked in. And he'll get a base hit on the first pitch into right field. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Dude, if Chris Plopside blows this, I'm going to lose my mind. I think I have to just drop him immediately if that ends up being the case. He has to come out now, please. Bertram Pineda will come up. He is tense. Tier 2 reverse splits facing against him. Strike on the inside part of the plate. Let's get a ground ball double play, please. Ball misses. The curveball does not catch the corner. That one does. 1-2 count. Blasted into right field, but pulled foul. Tailing away. Oh, my God. And a grounder to short. Over to Mars. Over to first. Here's the double play we asked for. Runner does advance to third base. But after going 0 for 3, Pamayala, who was locked in for most of this game, will come up neutral mojo. Jesus Christ. Sent to deep center field. Is that one going to get out? Nope. Right at the warning track. Dash Boyd will end this game. And, man, Crisp, you are making things really difficult for me. He came in relief of Jess Trujillo and gave up a 3-run homer. Very frustrated in him. This game should not have even been anywhere close to competitive, especially after that fourth inning. 11 runs on 13 hits for the favorites. Almost all of that, actually, all of that came in the 4th inning and later. So the first half of that game, we were hitless. I think Rince Shaw was perfect through 3. And then we ended up putting 11 runs up in the last 3 innings in 13 total hits. The Burglars, on the other side, started things off with a really good first inning, getting the bases loaded with only 1 out. They couldn't come away with any runs until we got to that 5th inning. Jess Trujillo stayed, I think, out a little bit too long, despite the workhorse trait. She was pitching well, but she ran out of gas. And as we're going to see those lines here in just a minute, it doesn't look as good as it should because freaking crisp lopside was anything but crisp and clean in this game. All right. Offense for the Burglars. 0 for 4 day from Pamayala. You hate to see that from your from one of your captains on your team and your center fielder. Max Panther 0 for 3. And then we had scattered hits throughout. 2 for 3 for Cabrera, for Charles, for Turnpike, for Cannon Avery. He hits a home run. Gander March hits the 3-run homer. RBI single for Turnpike? I can't remember. But productive offense, I would say, overall. But just couldn't get enough runs going. On the other side, the favorites, everyone got a hit, but Sullivan, Reddier, and Dash Boyd there at the bottom of the lineup. 2 hits from everybody but Odin Thomas, who's still got an RBI single. 2 for 3 day for Fernanda Branch, run scored and an RBI. 2 for 4 for Aaliyah Sesame, 2 runs scored and 1 RBI. 2 for 4 for both Jonah Gonzalez and Tiger Gray, both scoring 2 runs. And then we have Eliana Chambers, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs, 3-run homer earlier in that game. And then boy, our buddy, Jack Mars turning it on, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, a grand slam, broke it open there in the 6th inning, really separating us from the Burglars. And what a big win here. Rinshaw gets a loss. Poor guy pitched perfect through 3 innings, goes 3 1/3, giving up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. Fernando Woolmeat was ugly in this one, 1 2/3, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 being a home run. Smash McCoy, who had been really good up to this point, 2/3 of an inning, giving up 4 hits, 4 earned runs on a grand slam, striking out 1. And then Mags Drader, 1 out, was all she was able to get in her 1 batter faced. On the other side, Jess Trujillo will get the win. 4 2/3, giving up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 home run. And really, it shouldn't even look like that. She should probably have gotten away with just 1 earned run and 2 strikeouts here. Chris Flopside, dude, he was ugly. 1 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run. It was a home run. He gave that one up to Gander March, and 2 of those earned runs on that home run were credited to Jess Trujillo. So her ERA looks bad, but honestly, tell me that you didn't think she pitched really well here today. I think if you pull her in the 4th or after the first runner, my mic for a second. If you pull Jess after the first runner reaches in the 5th inning, I think it's a much better position than she is right here. But either way, she gets a win. We're parsing hairs here. Happy to see what we saw here today. Eliana Chambers, number 1. Jack Mars, number 2. Gander March, number 3. The favorites win one against one of the biggest rivals that they have and one of the toughest opponents that they'll be facing this year. We're going to see a decision here between Clark and Sullivan. See, the only reason I'm going to do this is because Clark Cohen is more of a veteran and not somebody we're planning to keep long term. No, you know what? Sullivan, you haven't earned the loyalty boost, so I'm going to give it to Clark. And I'm imagining that we're going to have some opportunities for development for Sullivan Reddier. At least I hope so. And that's how we're going to get his loyalty back. I have to do one here. I'm going to give it to Aaliyah because Crisp has done nothing in his 1+ years here with the favorites to make me feel good about him being on this team. And another one here. So between Harvey Loncheros and Tiger Gray, I'm going to give it to Tiger just because he has been producing despite having that easy target trade against him. And Loncheros hasn't done much yet. All right, we're happy to be done with those. All right, let's skip through this. And we are now sitting in 2nd place. We jump ahead of the Burglars. We now have a +11 run differential, which is good for 3rd best in the league, sandwiched between the Maulers and the Outlaws. And we are 1 game behind the Rippers. 5-1 are the Rippers, +25 run differential. They're crazy right now. I think we play all 3 games against them this year, back to back to back. So that's not going to be fun. But before we even get to that point, we get another game against the Burglars. So looking to try and sweep them next time out, as Colton Blackburn will face off against Glass Hartman. And look at that ERA for both of them. Very, very identical. Different pitchers, though, as Blackburn has that workhorse and compose trait, whereas Hartman has the Tier 2 elite changeup to go with some average junk, and then that Tier 3 surrounded trait. So we're going to hope to get some traffic on the base paths and get Hartman out of this one early. And hopefully that means that we get to a tired Burglars bullpen next time out. But before we get there, of course, we are going to take a look at what happened since that last game ended. Some development for Whistle Thornton. I might do this one just to try and boost his mojo a little bit. Eliana Chambers with development, but I don't think that's worth it. Chance for Sullivan Reddier to gain choker. Don't like that. But his development would be nice. It's all defensive, though. Chance for Colby Foster to develop. He would gain potentially wild thrower. I don't like that. I don't like any of these. And then Aaliyah Sesame potentially losing Ace Exterminator. We are not risking that one. Let's take a look at everything. See, I would love to get her this contact bonus. It scares me, though. And losing those 2 fielding, I don't think this one's worth it. Huh. No, we're not even going to risk Ace Exterminator getting lost. Whistle Thornton could use a little boost here. He's 27, so it's not like we're wasting it. And to get Tier 2 Rally Starter could be nice. Get a little extra boost to his contact. I think that's plus 25. Yeah, at Tier 2. So not a bad option there. Colby Foster, I think this is one where we have to kind of push towards developing him. And if it backfires on us getting that wild thrower trait, then we know we can, move on from him and not worry about developing further. But if he is going to be a viable part of this team in the future, these are the types of development options we have to take advantage of. Eliana Chambers, she's 39. We're not going to spend any money developing her. Plus 4 contact seems silly with her already at 95. Muhammad McCormick, we already passed on him developing. And then Sullivan Reddier. No, I don't like this one. I don't like anything about this. Yeah, it'd be nice to get him to be an elite fielder, but he's already a really solid fielder. There's no point in boosting his fielding and arm. And then to have -1 power, we don't want that. And then to potentially gain choker, just not worth it at all. So not a good selection here. I think I'm just going to do this one for Whistle and this one for Colby. We'll start with this one for Whistle Thornton. So 1 power, 2 speed, 1 contact, chance for more power. And he'll get it. So plus 3 power now, up to 72. More speed. He will not get that. Will he get the Tier 2 Rally Starter trait? He does not. So nice little development there from him. Plus 27 loyalty. And that'll put him to a B+. So we like to see that. Next, let's see what happens with Colby Foster. 3 contact, 1 speed, -2 fielding. Chance for more contact. Love to have gotten that. Can we get a little more speed? We won't get that. And let's just try and avoid that wild thrower trait. And we will. So he's in good spot here. He's developing just a little bit better. I'd love that offense to become a lot more viable, especially with the fact that Dash Boyd is our other option in the outfield, and he is not good at defense or offensively. I don't think it's worth it to just throw Chris Flopside in the trash like that, but man, he is making it harder and harder to keep him on the team. I don't think there's very good viable options here. Yeah, I mean Amelia McKay again, but that's such a downgrade. What is Crisp? Crisp is disciplined, so it would also open us up an opportunity to bring in a disciplined player, but I don't think this makes a lot of sense for us pitching-wise. That's such a huge drop-off. And we're in competitive mode, so I'm going to hope that Crisp will find his way. He has Tier 3 Elite Curveball and Tier 2 Reverse Splits, and he just cannot get the ship right. especially since he pitched really well when he was with us on the Outlaws. So, yeah, I'm going to hold off on making any moves there, but Crisp is getting closer to that chopping block. Odin Thomas needs to figure things out too. After this game, we'll be near the halfway point, actually. We're probably going to review the league leaders and everything after this game between the Skulls and the favorites, but next time out, we're going to see Colton Blackburn, our rookie, facing off against Glass Hartman of the Burglars, looking to see if we can win both games. See, do we play the Burglars again? We do play them towards the end of the season. That will be a home game. And there's that Rippers series. We'll play two at the Rippers, one at home, all 3 consecutive games. So that'll be interesting. I'm probably going to do these two as a double header, so they'll come out on the same day. But this one will come out as in its regular scheduled next game, just because it's not meant to be 3 consecutive games, if that makes sense. But right after this game, a video ends, you're likely going, or shortly after this video ends, you're likely going to see the available game 2 of this doubleheader, where we will be facing off against the Burglars again at Emerald Diamond. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of you for continuing on this journey with me. The favorites are looking a lot better than our season 1 version of this team. We have made some pretty significant enhancements, and I cannot wait to see what else is on the horizon for us this season. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.